Good, quiet morning, Princess, and welcome members of the court from the classic Celebrity Silhouette. We are in Key West. I did not get up to watch us arrive. Well, I did watch it on the bridge cam, but that doesn't count. I've seen it before. Anyway, it is a beautiful day outside, but I will be staying on the ship. I'm on my way to Cafe Braccio. I think that's what it is, to get my fruity coffee for the day. Probably an almond latte. Then it's almost time for breakfast. Restaurants don't open until 7:30, so gotta, I don't know, putter around for a half an hour, and, well, I explored the ship. I'll find something else to not get in trouble for. Welcome to Key West. Welcome back to Key West, I suppose. All right, here it is. We are not at Mallory Square, which is over there, because they don't do that anymore. Don't want to block the view. Refreshed and off to breakfast. Now, reminder everyone, always double check your door is closed, because apparently there was some scofflaw in Orlando over, hold on. As I was saying, a scofflaw in Orlando who was, well, basically crashing in unused hotel rooms, and what he would do is just go to some floor and just push on doors until he found an open one that looked unoccupied, and voila, a place to stay for the night. So, yeah, by the way, yes, we do have a homeless person in Florida, and apparently they're smarter than the ones in California. Yes, I also noticed, welcome to Quantum of the Seas. No, not Quantum of the Seas, this is still the classic Celebrity Silhouette, but this is quite reminiscent. For instance, even this would be the entrance to Music Hall. I'm referring to this grand curved gallery hallway. Either way, we are just about at the Grand Couvée restaurant for breakfast. Gonna start with an old favorite, see how that goes. Slight miscalculation, we have to descend to the basement for breakfast. Seated in the Grand Couvée Dining Room, and I feel au naturel, feel only, because no hats. Okay, I think I knew that. Either way, you sit down and you are bombarded with everything, so thereby with water, coffee, pastries, juice, like all at the same time. It's very nerve-wracking, I guess, in a weird way. All right, I'm about to order, and no surprises. No surprises here. Eggs Benedict with bangers and corned beef hash, but look at it. It's staring at me, judging me. Yes, they do look like lanterns. And breakfast was good. The English muffins were soft, but a little bit crispy, which is perfect. The hollandaise sauce could have had a little more kick to it, but okay, that's okay. Oh God, there's a fly in here. Better call the Department of Agriculture. Anyway, yeah, that was definitely enjoyable. So I will probably go back the next day tomorrow, try something else. But again, I don't know. I'm gonna say, I really wish we could come up with some new breakfast food, because I'm seeing here the menu is the same as it is everywhere, and I'm gonna go up to the buffet now and see that it's probably the same buffet as everywhere else. I found the singles and solos meetup spot, but wait a minute, what are they trying to say? It's a pig. For tomorrow, bigger selection: salmon Benedict, well, the classic Benedict, spinach Benedict, and Mexican Benedict. Alrighty then. This is fried bread. The miracle of industrial food production gives us dessert mix. They don't even try. I don't know why I'm so amused by the fried bread. I'll bet everyone from the South is thinking, why didn't we think of this? We are pointy end in today. Curious. Plenty of time. I think we probably arrived, well, not really early. They don't like to do that, but there seemed to be no rush. Oh, that does remind me, though. The pool is shockingly not cold, which means it's an option. Wow. But this is what I was reminded of. Oh, the escalators. I will get to the escalators. Anyway, saw a comedy video the other day about people who back into parking spaces, dragging them lightly, making, well, fun of them. It was a joke video. It was pretty good. And it got me thinking about why I'm always curious when the ships are pointy and in or out. And finally dawned on me that the reason I think that they would want to back in is because, well, let's just get the hard maneuver out of the way. Very often they do have to turn around eventually, and if that's going to be the case, might as well do it up front just in case something goes wrong. If the weather conditions are right, okay, let's just back in now, because if things deteriorate during the day, then, well, it's easier for the ship to go forward. So there's a lot of reasons why they would want to back into a space. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. If I ever see one of the, well, 3 stripes, maybe the 4 stripe, maybe the captain around, could be worth an ask. But yeah, that's my assessment of the situation. They back in to basically get the hard thing over with, and it's the same thing with parking a car. So I guess I should really start doing that too. Have some spare time. So for the first time in ever, let's do a lounger review. I do like how they put the towels out, and you don't have to go and check them out or anything like that. Laid out and ready to go. If you are fussy about things like this, they are symmetrical, so I guess it doesn't really matter which end is up, at least for lounging. They are, however, one-sided, so this side up. It's a typical lounge chair. It's a bit difficult not to keep sliding down. That's a thing. And they're, I'll say firm, but they don't have any padding on them. I'm going to go around sometime and see if there is a spot with, maybe in the solarium. We'll walk through there on the way back. All right, first hot take on Celebrity. It's different. I know I keep saying that. Exactly what I was looking for. It's like different, but really familiar because the app is the same that Royal uses. I don't know what to think about that, but it's, well, you know what? It makes that easier, and the app doesn't really differentiate the experience too much. I am, I was expecting a little bit more on the food front. It's been good, but it hasn't been that wow factor that I kind of kept hearing about. I mean, we still have 3 more days, so I'm going to fully reserve judgment. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the embarkation day hustle, something like that. But other than that, it's a good time. I will say, however, that these premium-ish brands, they're kind of caught, especially with these older ships, because here on the classic Celebrity Silhouette, she is competing with like the glitzy brand new ships from the regular lines, and you can tell. Now, the crew, they are very, very friendly. I mean, I've heard good morning, good afternoon, good evening more times than I could possibly count. So they are super, super friendly. That is a huge, huge plus. Makes me feel very, very welcome. Okay, well, I'm going to not nap. If I do, that's not going to end up very well. I only have like a half an hour before morning trivia. And after that is something else. And then another break. We'll have some more fun. Next time I cruise with friends. Anyway, we're going to make a video on elevator etiquette with examples. That's morning trivia. 13 out of 10, not so bad. Not a winner, but apparently good enough for 3rd place. This is one of those little pop-up things for the phone, I guess. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, it is a different prize. Never got or seen one of those before, so... Okay.
If you order udon in Japanese restaurant, what type of food would you receive?
All right, 14 out of 15 on food trivia. I'm actually surprised I won. It was pretty easy. 14 out of 15, I missed one. And of course, it was visual trivia. And of course, the one I missed was green peppers. Of course. That's fine. I'm not even going to argue with that. I'll own it. I'll own it. Oh, geez. Now that it's a little less crowded and still echoey, this is the rainforest room. Well, I call it the rainforest room. It looks like some European forest room. It is a beautiful day. There is a nice, gentle, cool breeze. I'm going to sit here on deck for a few minutes looking at beautiful Key West before I head over up to lunch in the buffet. It's going to be the buffet today because the lawn club is only open for lunch on sea days. But that's totally fine. I figured this would happen. So we will go there tomorrow. I think we're having somewhat of a tunnel effect from there. So the breeze is not so, oh boy. There we go. And of course, Mr. Beast is in trouble again for donating stuff. Seriously, these lefties, they are so out of touch with how things work in a just society that they can't help but complain about this stuff. That he is donating, now it's shoes, to, well, people who I guess don't have shoes, is why the system works. That's part of our system. This is part of freedom. This is part of the capitalist system. People voluntarily donating the excess contribution to society to people who need it. The system works, and Mr. Beast is just a great indication of that. Question answered, yes. In the solarium, the loungers are padded. This also looks like, or actually, the Quantum class ships also look like this, except that would be the North Star. So I guess now the question is, was the Quantum class originally designed as a new celebrity class ship? That's, it's suspicious. What's definitely not suspicious is lunchtime here in Ocean View Cafe. Well, here we are. The theme of this cruise, I guess, is something different, which is what we are going to do today. Don't know, as usual, what order these are going to come out, so you might have already seen that. If not, well, look for that coming somewhat soon, I guess, but who really knows? Either way, we will continue today's adventures afterwards. Perfect timing. I'm finishing up lunch as everybody is getting back to the ship. So I'm leaving Ocean View Cafe now. However, I noticed something that, I don't know what to think about this. They had a long time, but there's no hand wash stations. What? Wait, I mean, come on. Even Carnival added hand wash stations. Even Margaritaville at Sea has hand wash stations. I found the Spa Cafe because I wanted to try either one of these juice mixes or maybe a smoothie, but they close at 2 p.m. for the day. So we will have to come back tomorrow. I ended up taking an impromptu nap, and that was totally okay. There is afternoon trivia, and then, I don't know, well, I haven't really looked past that. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna get a slightly fruity coffee, so don't judge me, but do, because I probably need to hear it anyway. The player up there, he's really good, and I won't say too good for being on a ship, but wow, it was very relaxing to be sung to sleep by him. Wait, now I'm depressed. And this is my cafe mocha. Now I'm just gonna cry. No, it's fine. I'm sure brutally taking down the other contestants in trivia will make me feel better. 11 out of 20 for trivia. Whatever. Could have done better. Next up is Broadway trivia, so I left. Not a stereotype. Let's check out Key West for, I'm not gonna say one last time, but we'll be leaving soon. Well, that sounds, doesn't sound good either. Sail Away is at about 5 o'clock. There we go. That is Sunset Key. It's a hotel resort, might even be some residents. I don't really remember. But back when cable was a thing, and I would watch the Travel Channel, every time they would do a list of world hotels, this would appear. So it is sort of on my bucket list, but not very high up. I haven't made any effort. Actually, for down here, the highest thing on my bucket list is Fort Jefferson. Right, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about the escalators. Oh, but anyway, Mr. Beast and the shoes. See, here's the thing. Or just think about it this way, especially, any lefty members of the court. See, notwithstanding the fact that in socialism there would actually be no shoes, and when I say no shoes, I don't just mean there would be only one style of shoes. There would literally be no shoes. The people are getting shoes. So why does it matter if a wealthy YouTuber distributes them or some government bureaucrat? I mean, really, why does it matter? The people still get the shoes. So, isn't that what's important? And just the government bureaucrat, they would probably steal the shoes anyway, so let's set that aside as well. And here are the video birds. They do move. Yeah, see, there we go. It's the Westinghouse bird, and the very rare memory card bird. That's kind of a bad show. I would just turn it off and put a picture of a bird or something. I was looking for photos. I haven't taken a picture. Well, I've taken plenty of pictures of me, of course, but the photo gallery. I was looking for it and I found it. Here it is. Okay, no, this is the iLounge. However, I guess it's not really news, but they use Starlink. They have something I don't think I've ever seen before. Pretty sure I've never seen before. Pre-owned or used Rolexes and used Louis Vuitton something. I hope it's not shoes, but I mean, okay, sure. What would Louis Vuitton make that you could sell used? All aboard was just now. Let's see if there's any pier runners or if they've retrieved the gangways. Got some awesome, amazing news. Tomorrow morning, we switch to daylight savings time, so we lose an hour. And again, I will remind everybody that daylight savings time is stupid, and we need to end it. That was weird. There was just a gathering of guests in the on the stairs mezzanine. Now they're just kind of standing around. there was a crewman with a mask on blocking the hallway. Very, very weird. We're still here. Cool. Pilot's ready and waiting, or the pilot boat is ready and waiting to bring the pilot back. The gangway's still out, but everything else has been retracted. I figure that's the port agent, although, well, they're saying goodbye, so maybe we're done. Well, there we go. Not even a minute later, the gangway is, well, not stowed yet, but it's, all right, gangway's in. So we are out of here. And off we go. And because loyalty does have its benefits, this is my first Captain's Club Cosmopolitan. I was delayed a little bit. Happy hour started maybe half an hour ago because I had to get some, cash to take care of the bartenders because I do not trust the corporate machine to take care of them. Well, cheers. All right, not bad. It's actually made with Absolute. I was expecting some, Beyond Well, but then I thought, if the celebrity elites or anything like the royal elites, like the pinnacles, they would probably, it would be, it would be a well vodka party, tea party. They would take the well vodka and throw it overboard. That's what I mean. Now the blinds go down after I already switched seats. I guess this would be an addendum to my gratuity policy. I said before that with the automatic gratuities and everything like that, that's just what I pay. It's what everybody agrees. This is the exception. I did the same thing on Auto C to C's when I first got my diamond drinks. I would just tip the bartenders in cash because it seemed like the right thing to do. And I did tip on Bliss for my platinum meals because, again, I don't trust the machine. In this case, just to be fair, I don't trust either Royal or Norwegian to properly credit the crew. So this would be an exception to the included gratuities is fine. Although I am very much looking forward to my sailing on Virgin where, this just isn't a thing and I don't have to stress about it because, well, they tried something new and everybody who's tried it loves it. They should love it. If they don't love it, what the hell's wrong with them? Well, cheers to round 2. Like I said, I did learn something in 5 years of college. Oh, that reminds me. Fun story about FIU. Cheers. And I haven't forgotten about the escalators. I will get to the escalators, I promise. Birds, and at least their light works. And I found my first duck, so, well, go ahead and give them a shout out. Here's the Luminé menu for the retreat guests. Yeah, we don't get this in the Grand Couvée restaurant. Right, so FIU, that's Florida International University. The reason I thought about this is when I walked in earlier, the air conditioning was so cold in the ship. It reminded me of something that they did. This was a long, long time ago. It was, I think, during the summer sometime, and now they start playing. Anyway, one summer they changed their office hours and business hours to Monday through Thursday to basically shut down for one day of the week and they said this to save energy. Now, here's the thing. I genuinely think they thought they would be saving energy, but a couple of problems with that. By keeping everybody at home, they're just going to be running their air conditioners in the Miami summer. So I'm quite sure the aggregate of all that air conditioning use probably used more energy than the university was saving. And the thing is, I don't think everybody thought that. I guarantee you there's probably at least one smart person at the university who thought, oh, this is just a good way to save us money, and if we say we're saving energy, well, the other academics will believe it and get behind it. So, very curious situation. They caused more energy to be used by trying to save energy. Typical. But then again, like I said, smart one knew what was going on, and the rest of them were just, gullible enough to go along with it. They have GoPros and a little sign reminding everybody that onboard credit is accepted. I've never seen that before. I don't know why anyone would think it wouldn't be, but there's a liquor tasting going on in there, and it's not a mob scene. Okay, well, I will say a celebrity probably attracts a more classy crowd, at least. I didn't even know that was going on. I don't even know if that's on the schedule, so whatever. Besides, I'm still, dealing with this, I know, free booze. Ugh, what a problem. Time to get ready for dinner with an empty wine glass. I had the 2 Cosmos, and honestly, it's enough. I don't really feel like having any more, so time to get changed over. It is fancy night. Well, not fancy dress night. It is fancy dress night. Yeah, come on, get it together. Anyway, so I gotta go get changed and head to the dining room, and I figure since I am going to be taking some of my wine, I want to finish it because I don't want to take it back with me. Yeah, the 2 was enough, and I'm rambling. So, am I disappointed? No, but I guess, well, getting a glass, that was slightly inconvenient, but I guess it's a problem I can be thankful for. I don't know. Now I'm rambling, but I gotta get dressed. Okay, problems. Thankful.